What if you fell into a Tauri star? The very idea borders on the edge of cosmic madness. These are not your average stars. They are the unruly children of the cosmos, not yet fully formed, still swirling in tantrums of gas and gravity. Born from collapsing clouds of dust and molecular gas, Tauri stars are embryonic infernos, unstable, chaotic, and nowhere near the calm radiance of something like our sun. To fall into one is not just to face death, it's to be consumed by the chaotic infancy of the universe itself. As you drift through the vacuum, the light of the Tauri star doesn't greet you like the warm rays of a sunrise. Instead, it claws at your eyes with erratic bursts, a pulsating strobe that doesn't obey rhythm or logic. These stars don't emit a steady glow, they spit radiation in fits, like a dragon struggling to learn how to breathe fire. Their surfaces are a storm of convective madness, vast patches of darkness interrupted by blistering gouts of ultraviolet and X-ray flares. Even from thousands of kilometers away, your ship's hull, or what's left of it, is sizzling. The electromagnetic assault is enough to fry the circuits of AI navigation systems, leaving only raw instinct and dread to guide you. You're pulled in not by accident, but by the cruel architecture of gravity. Tauri stars are heavier than they look. Though small in diameter, their mass is deceptive. They grip you with hands you can't see. As you fall closer, the space around you begins to shimmer, distorted by the warping of gravitational fields. Time stretches. Seconds feel like hours. Your thoughts crawl, distorted by the eerie relativistic drag of deep gravity wells. The heat rises, not in temperature you can measure, but in the taste of your own atoms becoming more excited than your nerves can handle. Skin prickles, not because of heat, but because particles of your body begin to ionize. Tauri stars are not stable spheres, they're surrounded by violent, spinning disks of gas and dust, leftover material from their formation. Before you even touch the star itself, you'll pass through this accretion disk. But this isn't a gentle fog. This is a maelstrom of shattered rock, ionized gas, superheated dust, and fragments of what might have once been planets. Your descent is not like falling into a fire. It's like being scraped across a belt sander made of plasma and stone. The impact isn't instant death, it's erosion. Layer by layer, your outer shell burns away, not by contact, but by frictionless destruction at the atomic level. Molecules snap apart in chains. Every bit of your form glows briefly before vanishing into the glowing swirl. And still, the star waits below. The atmosphere of a Tauri star is a war zone without logic. It's not composed of layers like Earth's or even the Sun's well-defined zones. Instead, it's an unstructured battlefield of rising convective cells, magnetic chaos, and unpredictable currents. As you plunge deeper, the magnetic fields unimaginably stronger than any found on Earth twist around you. These aren't simple loops or fields you can navigate. They are three-dimensional knots of force, so intense that they tear apart charged particles and send them ricocheting in spirals of destruction. Your body, what's left of it, is reduced to charged ions, then caught and flung by these fields in a wild and pointless dance. The light you see is wrong. It isn't just bright, it's blinding in ways your brain can't interpret. Radiation here comes in forms human eyes were never meant to perceive. Ultraviolet burns through you like blades. X-rays snap through bone, not that you still have bones. Gamma rays, rare but present in bursts, pierce what's left of your molecular integrity like sniper shots. Every kind of energy known and some still not fully understood saturates this environment. It's not simply light or heat. It's the very fabric of destructive energy unleashed. Then comes the turbulence. Tauri stars convulse. Their interiors are not stable sources of nuclear fusion, like Meteor stars. Their fusion is irregular, sporadic, like a candle sputtering in the wind. The hydrogen within them has just begun to ignite, and it does so with violent unpredictability. Convection currents rise at insane speeds, dragging and twisting gas clouds thousands of kilometers across in seconds. If somehow your atoms still existed, they'd now be part of this chaotic churning, tossed from core to crust in boiling, turbulent loops that can span nearly the whole star. You become heat. You become motion. You no longer fall, because there is no surface to land on, just increasing pressure and temperature until there is no you to perceive it. Below you, somewhere deep in the star's core, gravity compresses matter to densities so intense that hydrogen atoms smash together. This is the first flicker of true stellar fusion, the beginning heartbeat of a future sun. You are there as witness and victim. The fusion doesn't wait. It begins where gravity is most crushing and temperatures soar past 10 million degrees Kelvin. At this depth, not even protons are safe from destruction. The strong nuclear force takes over, creating new elements, spewing out energy that whirls outward in pulses. Tauri stars are not alone in the void. They often form in nurseries, surrounded by siblings other stars to be, some more evolved, others still sleeping in cocoons of dust. These cradles of creation called stellar nurseries are dense with birth. Nebulous wrap around them like gauze, lit from within by the glow of struggling stars. And falling matter sometimes forms planets, though few survive the instability of their parent. You, in your descent, pass through the same chaos that builds worlds and burns them, just as fast. Somewhere above, observers might catch a flicker of your passing, a minor fluctuation in light, an anomaly in the accretion disk, a slight jet of plasma twisting from the star's pole. Because Tauri stars are also known for their fierce, bipolar outflows, jets that blast material thousands of kilometers into space at relativistic speeds. If any trace of you reaches those jets, you'll be expelled at near light velocity, smeared across parsecs of space. A whisper in the radiation signature of a young, furious star. To fall into a Tauri star is not just to die. It is to be undone. It's to enter the mouth of a celestial forge before it has learned how to temper its fire. Unlike the sun, which has settled into a rhythm of life, these infant stars are all crescendo and chaos. They bellow instead of breathe. And when you vanish within, there is no farewell, not because you are forgotten, but because you were never meant to be part of this birth. You were a foreign element in a process billions of years old. You were noise in a symphony being composed by gravity and gas. The final insult isn't the destruction, it's the absorption. Your atoms torn down to nuclei may become part of the star's future. Maybe your remnants will drift into the star's interior and spend the next 100 million years in its heart, compressed under forces beyond comprehension. Or, they'll be ejected in a flare, blasted into interstellar space to one day seed another world, a dust grain in the cloud of a comet, a particle in the soil of a rocky moon, a trace in the breath of something yet unborn. You didn't just fall, you were rewritten. This is not a journey of adventure. It is a surrender to creation in its most violent stage. The Tauri star doesn't welcome visitors. It has no need for observers. It rages because that's what stars do before they find themselves. And yet, in this chaos, there is wonder. The same process that ends you will one day stabilize into light. That light will travel across galaxies, illuminating gas clouds, warming orbiting planets, birthing biospheres. Somewhere, someday, someone may look up and see that star. Long after it has found peace, they will not know your name. But maybe, just maybe, a part of you will shine back in that golden beam of calm starlight, finally at rest.